Welcome to the channel, folks. Clunkers and Classics. We're in the middle of restoring the 78 El Camino SS. And last video, got the headliner done and installed. Got the new carpet installed. Got a bunch of trim panels painted. These pieces here, these pieces, this piece. I used what I had left over from the headliner to do the sun visors, but it's just a little bit too short on this one, so looks good that way. I was thinking of getting some like door edge guards and put around there, but I don't know. I don't know if I can get some that wide. Passenger one turned out good. Okay, I started putting on the trim. A little piece missing on that top one there. I haven't done this driver side yet. Okay, let's go over here. Okay, I've been trying to install everything. I installed the CV, it was just laying down here. I had to undo this strap, glove box laid down, and then mounted it up in behind there. I think that's where it was. This is for the antenna. I just kind of got that up here temporarily. It's just a magnet, just a magnetized thing I bought off eBay. Don't think I'll mount it, but that's why I didn't run the wires and drill holes or anything. I just kind of got that on there just to test it out, make sure it works. Okay, now, I didn't know where the hell this went. This, I took out of the Nova, because I couldn't find one in here. So I just looked on Google, and maybe it did have a little. Anyway, on Google there was 78, and it had it right here. That's where this goes. Something like that. But I'm going to try to put a gauge. If there's room enough behind here, I'm going to put a water gauge there, maybe 2 gauges there. So I think I'm going to mount this on the side here, like this. Okay, have it like that. This will actually go in behind and come up the other way. Okay, I painted these. They didn't turn out that great because there's too much crap in there. That's going to be up all the time anyway. Little area for cigarettes or phone in there, something like that. There's the lighters right there. I didn't check if that works. Yeah, I just mounted that on there. I may paint this console, not sure yet. Okay, I run the speaker wires to the back. These are these 2 wires here. There's a green one coming up to this speaker here. Don't know if they work. They didn't come on when I tested it a while back. Anyway, soldered them in there. 2 wires coming down underneath the carpet, coming in here and out here. So I'm gonna put some speakers in these corners somewhere. I haven't done anything with this trim yet. I'll probably wait, see if I can get another pair of them. Yeah, this is the stuff. This stuff ain't that great either, but better than nothing. I'm just gonna put on the driver's side. Yeah, last episode we put in the carpet, put in the spare tire, the black carpet behind it, this divider thing. So I'm just wrapping up all this little stuff. The seats covers are supposed to have been shipped yesterday, but I haven't got no confirmation. As soon as they get here, I'll make a video on putting them seat covers on there. I got a new light coming. I bought the whole housing, lens, light, everything. We'll mount that in there when it gets here. I ordered, mentioned on the last video, this place makes the door panels from here down, but they got two big 5 1/4 inch speakers holes right here. But this is so nasty that I had to do something. There's one company that makes a one-piece molded thing that's $400 each. So I'm not going to do that. So I got these two bottom ones for $73 shipped for both sides. And I ordered 4 speakers for $50. And we'll put them on there and speakers, and we'll try to clean all this up, see if we can scrape this chrome off, paint it black, see if we can get this cardboard straight here. Looks like it's, clean it all up, do something with the door panels here pretty soon too. So we'll have the door panels, the seat covers, and then the dash. Like I mentioned, the 81 to 88s are $92 for a whole cover, which I'm going to show you, which is on my 82 here in a little while. But the 78 to 80 is almost $200, 190, $200. So I'm not going to spend $200 on a cover. So it looks like we may try to fix these. I don't know. I can get a matte carpet looking thing for $48, but I don't think it'll look very good on there. Let me go back over here. I was kind of wondering what that little Velcro thing was for, but I also got another one right here. One there and one there. We're going to take, I don't know how good you can see, a little bit of surface rust looking stuff in there. I got to take this out to put gauges in. We're going to take all this out, see if we can clean that up. And I can run at least a water gauge. Okay, I took this cover off, I got that, but I'm waiting on some duct. I got some new duct, and then we're gonna see what all this stuff is for. Put it in the right spots. I don't think this wiring's been butchered up at all. It's got this wire here, which may be for that fuel pump. We'll just take that out. I got it all snipped off down to about here underneath. I'm pretty sure that's the wire. We'll pull that wire and snip that off, since we're not using electric fuel pump. Other than that, I don't think the wires have been butchered or anything. We got this one wire here, figure out where that goes. And check all the fuses. And I bet, well, no, that, I was gonna say, I came across underneath the dash, there's a little interior light. That dome light, when I was taking it off with a screwdriver there, it did flash. So there is power getting up there. I thought maybe somebody took out a fuse. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna do all that stuff. Oh, the signals work. It should still have power. There's a power. The signals click and come on, but they don't come. Oh, well, okay. There's one there. Maybe it's just a bad connection. That or the bulb on one side. We're gonna check all that stuff. Oh, we got the I got the old shifter in here. Yeah. This shifter's broke. Okay, they had some electrical tape on there. It's just kind of, I don't even think this thing does anything. But anyway, I bought a universal shifter, looks just like that. And we're gonna install that since I got all this stuff on there. We'll do that. I'm not sure what will all get done in this video. Probably the shocks, change the rear end fluid. I got all that stuff before we start on something big like the seats, door panels. But what we're gonna do is I'm gonna bring my 82 El Camino over here, park it here, and I got one video on this. I just rewatched it from 2 years ago because people were seeing it and were asking about it. So I got one video on this, going over the history of it mainly. I washed it, started it up, drove it over there. I don't think I've started it since. I think it's been 2 years. So what we're going to do is start this up. We'll move it over there. I bought it, traded it for another car pretty close to 8 years ago now, 7, 8 years ago. Now, it didn't need, I bought it off a guy that rebuilt it, the engine, and mechanically I didn't really do anything to it. I spent a lot of time stripping this thing down. It had all that lacquer check paint, two-tone gold and brown or something, two-tone brownish, and it was just awful. The whole thing had to be stripped down, the metal. I stripped it all down and painted it. But we're gonna go, so, and I got one of them dash covers, but I never finished installing it, which I'll show. You can't see nothing in there right now because it's so dirty. So once I bring it over here, I'm gonna show you the dash cover. So if you got a 81 to 88, these are the dash covers you get for 92 bucks. I don't know if it's the same make, but I like them. I've used them on other cars, but I just got a little bit of a problem with this one. I never glued it on there. So we're gonna go over that. And there's just a few little things that I want to fix on this. Plus since I got this thing all apart, I kind of know it inside and out on a lot of stuff. So we're going to check this one because I don't know if I got that cover for over the spare, the cubby hole, what that looks like, if there's a spare tire in there, stuff like that. So I want to go over this and fix a few little things like that. I paid a guy when I first got it. I had a shop beside mine and needing work, so I bought some air shocks and I paid him to put them in. Well, the next day the air shocks all leaked. So I think I bought another air shock line kit, but we're gonna go over that, see if I can find the leaks and get them air shocks working. Just little stuff. And this is, I mentioned in another video that, see, the guy got it from put headers on it. And I never knew what went here. So this, it moves around. Not very much, but enough to do this. And I remember going to some junkyards looking, I'm like, what the hell goes from here to here? What the hell? Well, I found out on that El Camino and the 77 Malibu that it's all part of the AC. See, the AC's got a bracket here, and got that bracket mounts to those two, and then these two. We're not going to hook up the AC to this. See, this is one of them cars I was saying that people just rip off the AC and throw them away. So the AC's been taken off, and I'm not about to redo all that, at least not right now. But what I want, which I hope I got, I should have a spare one, is the deal goes from here to here. So we need to fix that. I'm not sure what's going on here. I know I got a temperature gauge in there. I have to figure out where the hell I hooked it up. The temperature gauge is supposed to be under here, but I got the gauges in there, but I don't know if I ever hooked them up. We're gonna hook them up. See what? Oh, that's probably for a hood light. Just some stuff like that, guys. This is the upper shroud. The bottom doesn't have a bottom one, never had one, but this is the one off the El Camino. So this top one was okay. It had a few little cracks, if you remember. So I put this one from this car onto the 78. So I just kind of stuck this one on there. Hopefully it won't hit. But yeah, I tried to melt the plastic to it. And anyway, if you tried to fix it, it would look like shit. Nobody makes them. So I'm thinking about getting hold of a sponsor who sent me some aluminum radiators before, and get aluminum radiator with the shroud, although it doesn't show this top part. But I'll show you here in a while. I bought one 27 bucks off eBay, and it's aluminum. I guess some guy just made them, and it's to hook up an electric fan shroud, I guess. But whatever it is, we'll make it work. So I don't know, should I put the electric aluminum radiator and electric fans in this car or that car? And I don't want to be robbing any parts off this car to build that car. We're not going to be playing musical cars and swapping parts around. Whatever this stuff needs, I'll get. I don't think it needs to buy any parts, but you never know, just little stuff. Okay, so we're going to go over that. Oh, this is missing the windshield washer fluid jug, and it doesn't have nothing hooked up to it. Probably fix that. They do make them, and you can buy the set, which I might do. So you can buy them separate, or it's a little bit cheaper. Buy the coolant and the windshield washer reservoir, and they're good in the 78, but they're just dirty and everything. So I don't know, should I buy new ones, put them on that one, use the old ones and put them on this one? You know what I mean? That type of stuff. This 82, they come with computers and everything. This is for all the computer and crap. So it's don't need any of that. This is an older 350, but I don't know what year it is. That's the other thing. We're going to look on the back of the engine for the numbers, and check to see exactly what this engine, what year it is, and make sure it is a 350. I was just told that it was a 350, because you know, these cars originally just come with a 305. And then he's got it orange here, and then there's blue. Let me see, is there blue underneath? There's blue underneath, and he painted it orange. He's got an Edelbrock intake, but Rochester carburetor, which I think the choke is a little bit messed up on it. Here's a little thing for the AC, up the idle. We're just going to go over it, guys, and I don't even think I've been underneath of it. I wanted to see how he did this exhaust. It sounds really good, but I don't know how he done it over the cross members and everything. We're going to take a peek at this, because I don't think I've ever had it up in the air. But yeah, let me get this washed up, or let me get it, put a battery in it, pour some gas down the carburetor. Yeah, we're going to clean out all this engine compartment too. and then I'll bring it over here and we'll rinse it off, and then we can compare stuff and what's different. You know, you can tell the front end's different. It's got the different headlights and everything in it. We'll go over what's different between this one and that one, especially the dash, because I mentioned the dash covers. Okay, so now the only problem is it's supposed to be, I don't know if it's a storm or just rain or what. It's going to come through here in about an hour or two. But they said that yesterday and it never happened, so we don't know. In the meantime, and that's why I'm just kind of... See, the other day, it started raining about 2-3 days ago. Or did it rain? It didn't really rain. It looked like it was going to rain, but it didn't. And then I'm watching the news, local news, and the guy's going, oh, we got no reports of damage or hail or anything. And just as he said that, it sounded like a golf ball hit the side of my house. I don't know, it hit the window or door or something, like bing. And I was like, oh shit, here it comes. And but that was it. So I didn't know if we were going to get hail, and I don't want to take that out. That's what these carports are for, is to mainly cover the cars up with hail, for hail damage. But you know, I got so many of them now that a bunch of them are going to get hammered if we ever get a big hailstorm. But anyway, I didn't want to leave the El Camino out here, especially if I'm not going to do nothing with it today. It starts raining. Anyway, I don't want to ramble too much, but when I come back, we'll have the black one over here and go through it. I'm going to do some work to that and then some work to this in this video. Okay, well, I'll be back. Okay guys, I got it started up. See the power steering pump? Okay, let me get her, let me get it cleaned up, rinse off all this dust and everything. And we'll go over it. Okay guys, I think it's been about 2 years since I've had it out running. Anyway, I had to pour a little gas down the carburetor, put a battery in it, started right up. So let's rinse 2 years worth of... See, I'm bordered by dirt roads, so this is all dust from the roads being blown over it, and it happens pretty quick, so I can't keep all these cars washed, or I'd just be spending all my time washing cars. So in a few days they get like this. Okay, so let me go over it, rinse it off real good, and I'll be back. Okay guys, I rinsed it off. The paint is not in very good shape. I made a video of this about 2 years ago. I just rewatched it. I went over the history of it because people were asking about it in the background. They probably still... Okay, so I'm going to put a link to that at the end of the video if you want to watch it. I'll go over some of the stuff. I took this in trade. It's been probably 9 years ago, 8-9 years ago, maybe longer, a little bit longer. It's never been on the road. I mean, I haven't put it on the road. I got it insured, but I didn't get it tagged because I didn't have a title. The guy I got it from was a mechanic, and he was doing a job for a guy. I mentioned this in the other video, but he said it was his best friend. His best friend gave him the car. The engine, it got the same mileage as this one, 120,000. There's no way it's got 220. So the motor was shot basically like this one, 120,000 miles. 305s don't last. So his friend told his friend, the mechanic friend, yeah, go ahead and rebuild the engine or put a 350 in it. So it's supposed to be a 350. And he said, oh, take your time, I'm in no rush. Well, the mechanic, oh, okay. Took his time, 15 years. He had it 15 years. So he finally gets it done, calls him up. Well, he died. And he got a hold of his wife. His wife had since moved to Florida. And she says, she don't know what happened to the title, but he can have the car, do whatever he wants with it. So this way he traded it to me. So I didn't get the title. At the time, it was still in the database for the motor vehicle thing, and I did get the guy's name. I did find out he did die, so the guy wasn't bullshitting me. Okay, I found out a lot of information about it. Since then, it's out of the database because after 20 years, it gets kicked out. So, I just light my cigarette. So at the time they didn't have, well, what I use now is court ordered titles. Real fast, simple, no problems whatsoever. 8 years ago when I had this car, they had what they call a mechanics, or Title 42. It covers like mechanics lien, storage liens, stuff like that, so you can get a title for it. But they make you jump through a million hoops, and it's just a real pain in the ass. You got to put up signs on public, or leaflets on public buildings, at least 3 of them, saying that, you know, you're in possession of the car and you're going to have an auction. It all leads up to an auction where you sell it. But what you do is you can buy it from yourself. So you gotta make a fake auction and then just buy it and write yourself a bill of sale that I sold it to myself for, you know, whatever. So tons of paperwork. I did it all myself, sent it off. Then I get a call from the head honcho. Said, oh, well, I can't give you, whose car, or I forget how he worded it. I said, listen, I bought it from the mechanic who got it from the original owner. Oh, well, the mechanic's got to file this. You can't file it. The mechanic's got to file it. So I was like, ah, well, fuck you then. So that's the way it's at. I never did get tags for it. But now they got these things, court-ordered titles. All you do is you give them the VIN number. Judge stamps it. You go down to the DMV. They print you out a title. It's so simple. But you know, a few years ago, it was like $300. Now it's $420, $430 to get it. But you can get it, and it's worth it when you got a high dollar car to spend $400. Okay, so that's why I haven't driven it. Hasn't been on the road. Okay, so I got this car about 90% done, but the paint, I remember I only put 2 coats of black paint on it because this whole car needed to be stripped. I can't remember how much body work, probably not a lot of body work, but it had to be all stripped. It was 2-tone. I had to strip all the stuff off of it, prime it, sand it, prime it. And I was doing it in my spare time because I was doing other customer work and fixing up and selling cars. I was going to keep this one. And I kind of got in a rush, and at the end, instead of like the last coat of primer, say, I put on like 2 coats of paint, and that was it. Then it sat in front of my shop. It looked good, it was shiny. Sat in front of my shop. It's getting overspray and shit on it. So it's all kind of dull now. Now, can it be buffed out? Yeah, but I'm not going to buff it out. See, it looks all faded. This is flat black from here to here. And then this is supposed to be shiny, but it's all overspray and shit on it. So I may repaint this. Then I'm just cleaning out the bed. And you can see some of the brown is coming through because I probably just did one quick coat of paint on the bed. So anyway, all you guys that wanted me to paint this one black, there you go, there's a black one. This is all grass and stuff. Then this is peeling off here on the rubber. Probably should have used some bulldog grip. Okay, so yeah, so anyway, it's about 90% done. The car was in good shape, mechanically, everything. I really didn't do much to it mechanically, other than have some air shocks put on. My next door mechanic who screwed up the lines, it leaks. Gotta fix that. I bought 2 new tires for the rear, same size as these ones, the 60s. These are the rims that were on it. And mechanically, that's it. I haven't even been underneath of it. I want to look underneath and see how he did the dual exhaust, because he's got headers and the dual exhaust coming out the back. See? So, yeah, and the last time this was on the road was 2002. So it's been off the road for 21 years, at least. Okay, I did do the headliner in this one, just like last video on the other one. Because here's the extra material. I got some extra material to do that one sun visor I screwed up. So if we look, this is in pretty good shape. This is what I need for the 78. It's faded. You can see the fade marks. But yeah, water got in because of the weather stripping. It's got these little Velcro things that clip there. These are in a lot better shape than the 78. These panels, all of them are. But they got a little carpety thing on there, and here I think too, isn't it? Oh no, I was thinking of something else. Okay, so yeah, you can see I put 2 screws in this one too to hold it up. I probably lost one of the clips for the dome light. It's in really good shape. It's all original seat. A little bit of black or something there, but really nice shape. Really nice door panels. They're not all pitted and stuff like the other one. Missing the little deals there. I don't know what this one's supposed to have, straps or what. This one doesn't even have straps. I guess you just close it with that. Look how crappy this looks compared to this one. Well, this one's got one too. I don't know what's going on, why it doesn't have straps. Okay, so this is the cover. 81 to 88. See, now you got to take all this apart. This whole gauge cluster and everything. I can't even remember how it came out. And then put this in there and this over top. But I got it, it's off just a hair. I mean, I can make it fit, but so this is see, it covers up around here, covers up here real good. I think I got this, and they just come with a little tube of silicone, so you're supposed to just dab silicone. It's supposed to hold it. Well, it may fit. I just never did finish it off. So basically, this car is like 90% done, and I want to finish it off. Go do this sun visor too. I want to get it all ready for the road, then do the court-ordered title, and actually be able to drive it. So I'm restoring this one. I'm like, well, I should finish this one off at least. So that's what we're going to be kind of doing, guys. We're going to kind of be doing a little bit of this and get this one done before that one probably. Now this one, I was going to turn it into a fake SS. I got the Super Sport emblem, which is different than the 78. See, so this is all different here. See this? We go look, that's 81 to 88. See how this doesn't have it? That's why 78 to 80 is different. But it would fit good. But I don't want to spend 200 bucks on one. That is strange, they don't have the pull straps. Okay, so we'll go over the other side. It does have the spare in it. See, I couldn't remember all this stuff. I haven't looked at it for forever. Here's the spare and the little seatbelt thing holding it in there. Still holding there. You can see it holds on with Velcro. So I'm going to see if I can find one of these. See, this little clip here is broke too. My original one on the 78 is broken in about 2 or 3 spots. Yeah, it's got all dirt daubers and everything. This one here, I just hooked up 2 speakers down here for now. Here's the original Conquista dash emblem. The original quarter panel El Camino ones, because the SS doesn't have these on it, so I took them off and left them off. This door panel's nice too. Here's one of the covers. I can buy them. Okay, so I'm just going to go over it, and I want to fix all that little stuff. Get that dash cover put on there right. If I repaint it, it'll be at the end. I washed all this off because it was filthy. Like I said, gotta see if I can get a bracket for here. A shroud. Little stuff like that. It's missing the windshield washer or windshield wiper arm thing. I think it was missing the whole thing, and I found this one. But anyway, you can buy the whole arm and everything, blade. So we need to fix little stuff like that. Like I said, this is busted. This is missing for the washer. So what we can do is, see, this one's good, but it's just dirty as hell. This one here, I think it's okay, but the lid's disintegrated. No big, I could probably find another one. Maybe that Malibu has the same, the 77, but it's not the same. So you can buy them in a pair. I think they're like 80 bucks though, but if I bought new ones for this, I can put these 2 on there. The other thing is, oh, there's my insurance card. What am I going to do with these 2? Well, I plan to keep this one and keep or sell this one. I plan to keep them if I can't sell them, because there's no way that I'm giving them away. You know, you have it up for 15 grand, someone offers you 10, you can tell them to go take a hike. I'll keep the damn thing. So don't ever be in a position where you're desperate for money and have to sell it. Take a loss or a big deduction. They don't want to pay it, I'll keep it. Screw them. So that's the way I operate. So I might have to keep it. But I'd probably rather sell this one because I really don't like white. I'd rather have black. So all you guys that were voting white, black, there's a black one, there's a white one. Found out it's a real SS, worth 7 grand more than base, than a V6 base model. So this is worth a lot more than this one. This one's going to be a fake SS, so it's going to be worth a lot less. So I don't mind keeping it, and I don't mind having a fake SS. I had another one like this that I bought at the same time as this one, and I painted it flat black. It turned out really nice. And I put these silver El Camino SS decals along here and the tailgate. So I may do that to this one after I might repaint it. So I never even painted the front spoiler. I bought the SS front spoiler just like that one. See, this one here is a little bit screwed up, but I think we can fix it. The fenders are bashed in, and they got some wire holding this up, but I think we can fix it and remount it right. But anyway, that comes factory on the SS, where this ain't an SS, and that's a fake one. But if it was up to me, well, if money was no object, I'd buy the choo-choo bottom body moldings, flares or whatever you want to call them, go on the bottoms of the quarter and the rockers. If I can find them cheap, I might get them. This one I just bought a cheap eBay fiberglass scoop. I like it. I just put in rivets. I didn't mold it in there. And reason being, see, this hasn't even been driven and it's starting to crack. Might have happened when I riveted in there trying to bend it, but I don't really like molding them in there. I like leaving them like this because they'll crack. Yeah, let me know if I should put a scoop like that on this one. I think the choo-choo ones come, has a different style scoop, but I think they're available. So that's what I was going to get for this one. But I actually need another hood. That hood is so hammered with hail. But anyway, a scoop like that, or it's going to have something. It's going to have a scoop like that or a choo-choo scoop on this one. But this one I'm not going to buy all the flares and everything for it because I don't want it too far off factory. Oh, it does have the El Camino emblem on it. Okay, I thought the SS left them off. Well, maybe on the later models, see, on this style here, the 80s, because it says El Camino SS in a big decal. Why would it say El Camino? The emblems go here. And this one just says Super Sport instead of El Camino Super Sport. So, yeah, I think that's right. The emblems stay off this one. Okay, so yeah, I got a list of little stuff I want to fix on this and get it all ready for basically the road, make it dependable, all together, 100% done. So we're going to work on all that and then maybe paint it at the end, but I may not paint it for a while, but anyway, that'll be the plans for it. Okay, so we need to get back on this one too, get as much as we can done. I put all this trim in here. See, this stuff's really bad shape. I already mentioned that, but we're gonna get a bunch of stuff in here pretty soon, and we'll work on this one, and I'll show you the progress on the little stuff on this one. Okay, well, I'll be back. Okay, guys, the Dome Light deal just came in the mail. So, let me open it up. So you got the housing, the cover. Didn't come with the 2 clips, but I did find them. That's one of them. I was hoping I'd have an extra one. Yeah, they go over these little studs and holds it in there. So anyway, I put all that together, and we'll take that one out. And I bought some of this duct. This correct duct stuff is very expensive. It's like 30 bucks for a couple of feet. This one was like 12 bucks. And it's a little bit small. I'm gonna see if I can make it fit. It goes to the vent for this cover. We're gonna hopefully put a new vent in there and mount this back on there. Okay, so I'll be back. Okay guys, there it is. That's with the light switch. Because this one here is kind of bent. We'll have to go through, see if the door switch ones will work later. But yeah, just turn the light to. Okay, that's one little job done. I'll be back. Okay guys, the back of the engine over here. Let me get my flashlight. I don't know if you can see it, but I already see the numbers there. 3970010. That comes out to a 69 to 70. I think it said 79, 350. Okay. I just had the alternator off, but down here, the last three Suffolk codes, you probably can't see it, is CMJ. And that comes out to a 1974 350 Police Interceptor 4-barrel. But that's not for sure, other than being in 1974. Don't know if it's a Police Interceptor. Some site also said 4-barrel. Could be a 2-bolt or a 4-bolt main. Some guy commented he had 4 of these engines with the 3970010 number, and they were all from 1-ton Chevy trucks, and they were all 4-bolt mains. So I don't know if any of you guys want to look it up. Got that bracket on, had an extra deal here. I think that's for the AC compressor. Anyway, I got that bolt on. I had to put a nut there, tighten that up to the header, and tighten this up, and then we got some adjustments in there, so it's all tight. It's not flopping around anymore. Let's see if it'll. Okay, I got underneath here. I don't know if you can see, probably not. There is a notch in the cross member for dual exhaust. So that's how he has dual exhaust run out there. Then he's got the long round, I don't know what brand they were. But I'm also missing a little brace that goes right underneath the front drive shaft. I guess it's a factory drive shaft loop thing for in case the front U-joint goes out, you don't catapult. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, next morning, going to ran out of gas in the El Camino. I'm gonna go get some more gas and some supplies. Forgot I need an oil change on this thing. That oil is nasty. And the left front caliper is sticking. I thought it was a brake booster, but it's pulling, and this one here is locking up. You turn it off for a while, it'll unlock after the pressure's off. Going to AutoZone, 26 bucks for each caliper, so I'll do both of them. And then 27 bucks for the pads. I haven't taken the tire off. I don't know what the pads look like, but we'll get them anyway. A bunch of other stuff. So also I'll stop by O'Reilly's because they take the batteries. You got an old battery, they give you a $10 store credit, maximum 5 a day. I've mentioned this before, but I got 4 old batteries here, 40 bucks. Go in there. Oh, I need the wiper for both these El Caminos. I'm gonna get the whole arm. They usually come black, and we'll get 4 of them for both of them. Just little stuff. I got a list. So anyway, yeah, just load up the batteries, and 40 bucks is 40 bucks. You got old batteries laying around. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, I just got back. About a $300 trip. Went to Walmart, AutoZone, and O'Reilly's. So we got the calipers, pads for the black one, oil, filter for the black one, antifreeze for the black one, extra transmission fluid, and some gear oil. I got enough to do the rear end. I'm gonna do it on both of them because I don't believe I did it on that one. So yeah, I had to use up my 50 or 40 bucks. Got wiper blades for both of them, and then this is at Walmart. It's the only beige brown ones they had, so I'll see what they look like in either one of them. This is the thing I got in the mail the other day. This is for the radiator support. Let me just it had some tape on there, laser printer or something. You can see where it bolts in, and I'm pretty sure it's for an aftermarket radiator and fans, aluminum radiator and fans. I reached out to my sponsor that sent me some radiators before, see if they want to send me another one. Haven't heard back. If not, I'm going to go ahead and buy it and put it in this one. Aluminum radiator and 2 fans. They're around 200 bucks. That's well worth it, and I'm pretty sure I need this. This is only 27. But anyway, okay, I'm gonna go in for a little while, and we'll come back out. We got plenty of stuff to do here, so I'll be back. Okay, guys, I came out this morning. It wouldn't turn over, kind of clicking and stopped clicking. I thought the battery was dead, but it wasn't. It hydro locked from gas, and this happened when I first got the car because the guy had plugged off the vent right here, just put a cap on it going to the gas tank. I think this is off a Corvette, something that I had, so I put it in there, and then this one just goes out here into nothing. It's just empty. And I thought that would vent it. So when I went to put this gas in that I just got today, I undone the gas cap, and it was way under pressure. So that's what happens when it gets under pressure. It's forcing the gas up through the fuel line into the carburetor, coming up through here and right up here into the carburetor. Then it's just dumping down into the intakes, filling up the cylinders with gas, and then it just click, it won't turn over. And I had to take out all the spark plugs. Sure enough, as soon as I undone some spark plugs, there's gas just gushed out of it. So anyway, got all that, so I take the spark plugs out, turn it over a bunch of times, and spin it over, get all the gas out, and then put the plugs back in. But of course, what that does too is it's pouring all gas into your oil. So the oil was just full of about a quart extra of gas in there. Really thin, stunk like gas. So anyway, I changed over the oil and the oil filter, just fixing to check the level of it. Okay, I went to put a water gauge. I got a couple of these thermostat housings with the deal for the thermostat, for the water gauge. It's just a hair too long. It'll hit the thermostat, and I tried to bend it, and apparently there's some liquid in there, because I just tried to bend it a little bit and went psh, and all this liquid came out of it. I was like, ah, shit. So yeah, it doesn't work. I got two more gauges coming anyway. I I tried to take, this is where the factory one goes, right here. I busted an end of a little ratchet extension thing trying to take that out. And then I tried again with another ratchet and a big long cheater bar, and that thing will not budge. I can't get that out to stick a, well, this should bolt right in there, but if not, anyway, I can't get that out. It had a water gauge in it that's right here, but it doesn't work. The gauge doesn't, and that looks smaller, so I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if I put the water gauge in or it was already there. So anyway, I have to figure something out to get a water gauge in there. It had a chrome thermostat housing on it. A bunch of the end was all corroded off. I threw it in a shit pile, but so okay, so I wanted to show you underneath here, get a better look at the cross member. I don't know if it's factory or if somebody cut it out and welded a little half loop thing in there. But anyway, yeah, it's got a opening on the passenger side for dual exhaust, and then you can't see it, but there's a bar across there above the front U-joint. So yeah, I guess, I don't know if they make, if that's a factory cross member or what. Somebody said you can get one off of Amazon and stuff, but yeah, I can imagine they're, you know, or speed, not Amazon, Jegs or one of them speed shop things. But yeah, I can imagine how much they cost. Way too much. So anyway, just a look under there. Yeah, it's dripping a bunch of water. I flushed out the radiator there yesterday because it was just full of shit. I'm sitting. Okay, I think that's all I wanted to show you, really. Okay, gonna do the brakes here later on, but we may get a little bit of work done on this here. Okay, so I'll be back. Okay guys, so it got that before I was leaving the gas cap loose, and I guess when I put a couple gallons in it yesterday when I first started it, I tightened it up, and that's what caused it to vapor lock or hydro lock. So when so anyway, got to leave the gas cap loose, or I guess that line is clogged up or something. I don't know, but I'm gonna have to get a different gas cap that vents. But yeah, every time I used to start this, it would be out of gas, so the gas evaporates from it pretty damn quick. Okay, also the two rear freeze plugs are broke and leaking water. One I can see pretty easy on the driver's side. Passenger side I can't see it. It's up behind the starter. I gotta take the starter off. So anyway, gonna have to do at least 2 freeze plugs, maybe more. Hope I don't have to pull an engine to do any. Hope it's just those 2 and not some behind the transmission or something. Okay, so we'll move on to this car for now. Oh, I did get confirmation of the seat covers. Today is Saturday. They said it's coming Monday before 3 p.m. FedEx usually comes at around 6, so I don't know. Probably won't be till Tuesday before I can do anything with them, so it won't be on this video. Okay, I showed you the shifter knobs broke. They had some, there's an electrical tape or something trying to hold it in there. This thing here is doing nothing. So anyway, I looked on eBay and it couldn't come up. This is a universal one. It almost looks the same, and be a little bit taller. But it's supposed to have a whole bunch of different adapters on it. Okay, so I don't know, it looks pretty easy, but anyway, we'll try to. And like I said, I don't think this thing does anything. It's supposed to be pushing this down, but it shifts without that thing being pushed down. Do I have anything to push it with? I don't think I got anything with me here, guys. No. Kind of goes down and stays down. Anyway, it with the key on, it'll move. So we don't really have to worry about that. Okay, let me unpack this and see what we're dealing with. I'll be back. Okay, guys, this is what's. Okay, I lost the thing already. Okay, oh no, right here. Okay, so you put this on with one of it comes with 4 deals, and I think this is the biggest one here. It goes on something like that, and then you put this over top. We'll see. Okay, then you put these 3 little set screws in these holes here and tighten it up. But you gotta have this here on the bottom like this. And then once you're done, you just turn that to cover up the set screws on there. So looks pretty simple. And I cut this off. They had all this tape and something here. Okay, well, and then they even give you that little Allen key. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, guys, that's it. See, it won't shift unless I turn the key on, and then you can turn it. Okay, so it works. Looks pretty good, and I think they're like 13 or 14 bucks. Pretty damn cheap. They're anywhere from like 13 or 14 all the way up to like 30 bucks. So it's all the same. Just depend on what seller you get. Make sure you look for the cheapest because they're all the same. Okay, that's pretty cool. I can only imagine what a GM one costs. This damn little thing here, a new one, is 82 bucks. Luckily I didn't need one. Okay, we'll move on to something else here in a minute. Okay, if you guys mentioned, could I mount the gauges there? Here's a 3-gauge setup. Of course, I'd have to do it that way. Turn these around. It could, but it'd be all kind of open up here. I don't know. I don't know if somebody that would want to buy it. It might look good if you had a cover over the top of it. But see, the only one you really need is the water temperature. So that's why I was thinking of just putting the water, if it'll fit. Yeah, it fit perfect in there. Hell, I could probably have room for 2 of them. But I don't know what's behind here. If it's deep enough, if it's that deep, I think I want to put a water one right in there. And that's all you really need. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, guys, I got the new wiper arms on there. No screwing around or nothing, just whatever came on there just clipped in. Just clips on that little rod. Yeah, these are special arms for the El Caminos or Malibus or G-bodies or whatever, because I remember trying a bunch of them, and I think I grabbed this one out of a junkyard. Anyway, be a good time to test the wiper motors on both of these. I don't think I've tested them yet. These ones actually go down farther. Yeah, same thing. Here's the, see, here's the old one off the, this one is a little bit different. They still came out. Anyway. Okay, we'll move on to something else. Okay guys, just check the UPS FedEx. These were laying out there. These are the door panels, so we'll have a sneak peek. I thought this was supposed to be carpet. I guess it don't matter too much. There are covers that go over that. There's supposed to be a bag of clips and mounting hardware, but I don't see them in it. I'm not sure what these openings are here. So let's, oh, that must be for the, yeah, for the, okay. Okay, so there they are. These take place all this. Of course, you got to reuse your armrests, but that's okay. These are in good shape. We'll paint them up. But yeah, it takes a place from here down. And then it's supposed to have a marking, it said it did, in there for remote mirrors and power windows, which I only need to, I can make a hole for the remote mirror, not power remote. But I can't put them on right now because I'm waiting on the speakers. Don't know when they're coming. Today's Saturday, so they won't be coming today or tomorrow. So too late for this video. But yeah, what do y'all think? Should I leave it black or paint it the camel color? Probably best to paint it camel, but I don't know. Might be all right leaving it black. Kind of match the black around the bezel, black around the console. I don't know. I don't think I need any hardware. It's just got screw holes. But yeah, I'm gonna have to shoot them an email and say, hey, it never came with any hardware, unless it's taped in here somewhere, but I don't see it. Anyway guys, this is the best deal to replace these door panels. This was $72 shipped for the pair. And you can get new door panels, probably the same type of plastic, the whole thing, for $395. So you're looking at 800 bucks for both full doors. These 72 bucks. Spent, I think, 50 on the speakers, 4 speakers. So anyway guys, I'm gonna look for that hardware because I know the auction had a picture of it, of a bag of hardware stuff. But it's no big deal. If it just needs screws, we can do that. Okay, so that'll be in an upcoming video. Because I want to do the speakers and wire them all in at once. But anyway, that'll be coming up. Not sure what. These or the seat covers or the dash. I think we're going to try to repair this dash. Somebody had an idea of spraying, after we fix the crack, spraying truck bed coating on there. And then paint the camel paint over top of that. I don't know. It may work. So yeah, I think I'm going to attempt to fix it and paint it, and if it don't last, well, I can either buy a cover for it or spend 200 bucks and buy the whole thing like that's in the black one. Okay, I'll be back. It's starting to get dark though, so it might be in the morning. Okay guys, it's the next morning. About to change differential fluid. Took out all the bolts, but I haven't. It's still sealed up, so I don't know if I'll have to use a hammer or what to, I'll probably have to use a little hammer, give it a little tap to get it out. I should have got it started. Okay, yeah, it's just your standard 10 bolt, but I don't know. It probably not a real posi, but it spins both tires. We'll find out here in a minute. Okay, I'll be back in a second. Okay, just tap the screwdriver in there to get it. There it comes. Trying to do everything with one hand. See? Just a dribble of fluid come out. Do you believe that? Look at that. Nothing in there. Supposed to be filled up to here. Supposed to be at least 2 quarts. 2 1/4 quarts in there. Anytime you get an old car, guys, make sure you at least fill it up, because that's what people do. They just run these things out of fluid. Neutral. I don't know. Okay, so I don't ever buy gaskets. Just gotta scrape all this off, and we're gonna paint the 415, this whole back end and everything anyway, but for now we're gonna scrape off the gasket and clean the back of the cover and just use gasket sealer. I'll probably clean this up, and then we'll scrape all this and 415 it, probably all later. Huge dirt dauber thing up there. So yeah, I got to do this to my black one too, because I don't think I ever done that to the car. Can you see the cross member on there compared to the black one? The cross member on the black one, 300 bucks. A whole bunch of places make them. 300 bucks. We're not spending that. So if the exhaust hits, it hits on this one. There ain't really much I can do with it. I'm fixing to bolt the exhaust back on. I put some seam sealer on the bottom of them floors, if you can see, and I'm gonna spray some undercoating on there, some more undercoating, and then put the exhaust back in. There's the hangers there and there. Anyway, let me scrape all this stuff off. Make sure you clean all that out in case any dirt and stuff gets in there. But yeah, I'm just gonna clean it all up, put some new fluid in it, seal it back up. I'll be back. Hey guys, I got that cleaned up, the housing cleaned up. I use where is it? Use a razor blade scraper. The razor blade broke, but scrape it all off. Then I use some rags with gasoline. A lot cheaper than parts cleaner. Just wipe it till it's get all the oil and crap off of it, and then there's the lid there, and then we'll just use some gasket silicone and put a coat. I like to put a coat on each one, and then bolt it in there, and then that's it. Yeah, so this is a big thing of why you don't just get an old car running and drive it. You know, I get comments of, oh, just put an engine in and drive it. Just put an engine in and drive it. Wasting time and all this stuff. Well, this is why. Just like my 87 RT, when I did that a few years ago, and the transmission fluid was like jello. It actually moved. Sitting since 87 and it moved. But I just moved it from, you know, 100 feet away, and then tore it down just like this, and that transmission fluid was just jello and black, and you have to clean all that shit out. So don't get suckered into these, oh, videos, will it run and drive 700 miles home and shit like that. Yeah, it might, but by the time you get home, everything's shot. You know, transmission's burnt up, rear end seized up, everything's just totally shot. So yeah, that's why I don't just get them running and drive them. You know, you got to do the, you know, transmission fluid, rear end fluid, go through the brakes, the suspension, change all the hoses, belts, stuff like that, and then get it dependable. Why would you want to, you know, it's good, it's dumb to go pick up a car and drive it hundreds of miles home, but it's great for YouTube views, I guess. But it's about the dumbest thing I can think of to do to a car if you're going to restore it. So yeah, we're going to go through this, and you know, like wheel bearings and, you know, crap like that. And who wants to get stuck on the side of the road with blown radiator hoses, belts, wheel bearings, seized up rear end fluid? Yeah, like I said, it's great for YouTube views, but totally non-realistic in the real world. So don't fall for any of that crap. Bring a trailer and go get it. Okay, so I'm going to put some gasket sealer, put that on there, and then we'll find the, it's probably right here. It's going to be a socket deal, and we'll put some new fluid in it. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, there it is. Okay, let me clean some of this crap up. We'll find the fill hole. I'll be back. Okay guys, I just been scraping. Here's the, I don't know how good you can see there, but this is the plug. You just stick a socket thing in there and unscrew it, and then use these jugs here, and stick it in the hole and get this up as far as you can. There's a little bit left in there. It's kind of hard to do it with one hand, but you fill it up till it comes out of the hole. And that's it. Put the plug back in, you're ready to go. Okay, so let me do that, and I'm probably just going to use my scraper here and scraping all this old 40, how old is this now? 45 years old of crap, and clean all that up, and take some old 80 grit sandpaper, sand all this area up here, and pour 15 it. I don't know if I'll do that now, I might. And spray a little more undercoating up there, and put the exhaust back in. I think that's the plan. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, I got the exhaust put on. There's all the floor. I don't know how good you can see, but yeah, see, there's where I did the exhaust on the passenger side, just below the cross member. But if you look from outside the car when it's down, and it looks pretty low. I could have probably curved this a little bit of an angle upwards, but you can see these two sides are different. So this, since this is up more, this is perfect here, but this one looks pretty low. So I don't know what I can do. I'm not going to spend 300 bucks on a cross member. I still got a little bit of drip here. I'm not sure where it's coming from. I still can't tell, but I bought a pan gasket. So I'm gonna put a pan gasket and filter and stuff in there, paint the bottom of this, and then we'll see if it drips. But you know, it was in that Malibu and it was dripping, but it sat for 7 months and only dripped out about a quart, so it's not that bad. But yeah, it's probably the sealing behind the torque converter, but I'm not gonna pull it back out. Okay, so got the exhaust put in. Found out why it was empty. The seal behind the yoke, there's a whole bunch of like rope. You see it drip. There's a whole bunch of like rope on there. Caught something in the road, and anyway, I got to take that apart and put a seal in. But that's why it was empty. It's still dripping, but I don't know. Okay guys, well, I know this video is a lot longer than usual, but I was trying to get something big done, or a lot done. So we got a lot of little stuff done. So next video, yeah, we'll get the door panels. I emailed the seller about the hardware. Looked at the auction again. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of hardware for these door panels. There's little Velcro looking things that go in here that attach to this, see? And once you drill the screw holes in there, then you Velcro type this thing back on so you can take it off. Anyway, yeah, we may do this next video, just waiting on the speaker so I can do it all in one shot. Supposed to have the seat covers coming in when did I forget what I said now? Monday, Tuesday, and some other stuff. So anyway guys, I guess that'll do it for this video. Next video we'll be mainly working on this, but now I gotta get the seal for the rear end. Gotta get the at least 2 freeze plugs and some little stuff we'll be doing on this one. I contacted the sponsor who sent me radiators before, see if they can send me one, but I haven't heard back yet. But yeah, I'd like to put the whole aluminum radiator electric fans in there. That way we don't have to use a shroud or anything. Yeah, I went over it before. Bunch of stuff on this, a lot of stuff on this. But yeah, I want to get this one all done and ready for the road. Okay guys, well, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that stuff, and we'll see y'all next video. Thanks everybody for watching.